It's hard to imagine Houston as anything other than the sprawling metropolis that it is known as today, but once upon a time it was nothing but a dirt road and a dozen tents. This city was born of a dream of two audacious New Yorkers who took note of a barren piece of land that was teeming with possibilities. Those two men were Augustus C. Allen and his brother John Kirby Allen. While the Texas Revolution was being fought in 1836, the brothers were scouring the land in order to find a site to build a city, and it didn't take long for them to find an area of land that they believed suitable enough to sell to the new Republic of Texas as its potential capital. On August 30th, 1836, just 2 weeks after the Revolution ended, an advertisement was placed in the newspapers throughout the United States and Europe, describing the opportunities in land ownership, jobs, rich commercial trade, and the prestigious notoriety of Houston being named the capital of the Republic of Texas. None of these things were yet true, but that's an example of early boomer advertisement. The brothers were successful, though, for in November of 1836, Houston became the capital of Texas. The site at the head of Buffalo Bayou of the potential city was a brilliant one when it came to land in Texas. It was important that the city had easy access for ships to come through in order to deliver supplies, for at the time, the cheapest form of transportation of goods was by water. They couldn't have found a more perfect spot. An important person in the founding of Houston was Augustus's wife, Charlotte Baldwin Allen. Charlotte came from a wealthy family, and it was her money which funded the purchase of the land that would become Houston. Charlotte was also the one who named the city, having asked General Houston herself if he would receive the honor of having the city named after him. While both John Kirby and Augustus didn't stay long in Texas, Charlotte stayed in Houston until her death in 1895. She was Houston's best-known citizen, also called the Mother of Houston, greatly revered for her charity and kindness. With no way of knowing just how much of a powerhouse Houston has become, it's interesting to think about how Augustus, Charlotte, and John Kirby would react to our city today. There's no way they could have imagined Houston housing institutions like NASA or the world-famous Texas Medical Center, where millions come to receive some of the best medical care in the world. They couldn't have imagined it, but they had a dream, and we're lucky enough to be living in it.